Welcome back to the No Pushback Show. I'm your host, CJ, Mr. Barberville. This is episode 3, season 1. Let me go ahead and bring in my co-host, Trevino. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's the word, my guy?
What's going on? What's going on? This is the No Pushback Show where we keep it real because somebody had to. You know what I mean? You
Yes.
know what I mean? But we got a dope list of dope rundown of topics for y'all today. Definitely some stuff we've been excited to get into and talk about. So definitely looking forward to this one. But what's going on? What's the word? I said okay. I see you got the Barberville merch out.
Come on, man.
I
Come on,
see you
man.
got the
Come
Barberville
on, man. You
merch
see
out.
how
Hey,
repping the
hey,
brand? Repping the brand. Come
link
on,
in
man.
bio soon. You know what I mean? Oh wait, look.
Merch on the way, man.
Oh, can they
Okay,
put
okay,
a
okay.
little Barberville on the Listen, we got a little merch coming y'all way, man. You know, his joint look crisp. It's cool. Next episode, I'm gonna have mine on. Don't worry, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
fresh.
man.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you gotta
saying?
start thinking ahead,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Brand awareness. The real brand, man. Y'all see what's going on.
listen. You know, we definitely been doing the brand awareness. We added shout out to Leo. I can't even take credit. Can't even take
What happened?
credit.
What
Your
my boy
man
do,
came through
man?
with
What
the
my boy
coffee.
do?
Came through with the
Oh,
coffee
yeah, yeah,
bar. You know, it's
yeah. Yeah.
looking very elite. You know what I'm
Stepping
saying?
it up around here,
You
man.
know, listen, man. It caught so for those who don't know, Leo Blends. He's one of the barbers in the Barberville house. He decided to add a coffee station, fully decked out, Keurig, everything. You know, it's a vibe. It's a
It's a
vibe,
vibe
man.
in
I
there.
like it. Vino thinks that he is a connoisseur, so of course he had to add Ferrero Rocher chocolate to his coffee, and you know try to make
It
it something special. It probably didn't taste good, but
it
he,
tasted
he
good, bro.
de-
Y'all hating. I don't want to see none of y'all trying to behind the scenes, trying to sneak away and try. Let me see. Yeah, bro. I know y'all calm, bro. Y'all make fun of me for a little bit. Then y'all be like,
Oh, it was all right.
It ain't bad. It ain't
Okay, okay.
bad. It ain't bad."
Listen.
I know
Nah,
y'all, man.
it's all love, man. I'm waiting like a kid on Christmas for my new Vomeros to come in. You know, I can't work out without my proper. You know one of these days we're gonna definitely get into barbers and fitness and how you need to keep yourself together. You know, but
Yeah.
I'm on my fitness journey. You know, I will say I'm following the lead of my younger brothers in the shop with health is wealth, and
Yeah. 100%.
you know, but I gotta look the part when I show up. You know what I mean? I gotta look the part. So I'm waiting on
You
my
got to.
shoes to come in. I'm waiting on I got the right
Yeah.
shorts. You know,
You need to
certain
get fit,
shirts.
bro. You can't go in the gym looking like you your
Yeah,
first time out here.
I
Bro,
got a little fit put together, man. You know what I mean? So
you
I'm
look good, you
cou-
feel good, you gonna work out good.
yeah, definitely got a
Just
couple
don't be out
little.
there doing the stuff they be doing at what is it, Planet Fitness? Is it Planet Fitness, the purple gym?
Nah. Listen,
Just
listen.
just don't.
I'm at Fitness Connection. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm at.
no, no, I was talking about the workout.
Oh yeah. They
Don't be out
listen.
there doing
Listen, I'm not trying to go viral. We in there get a little dumbbell workout, little cardio, you know, and let's just be consistent. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna
we
see you
on
on
that.
one of these.
I ain't hear it. Play it one more time.
Hey, it's a trend on Instagram right now
Oh
with that
God.
sound. And every time it come up, it's somebody doing something where they killing themselves in the gym or they doing something where they falling crazy, bro. And it's a lot of gym stuff like,
It's all love.
that song come on with the gym stuff. So
It's all
we just
love.
don't want to see you fall off the treadmill, wherever you do at the gym.
I'm listen. I'm a former athlete. You know what I'm saying? So
Here we
is
go,
no you know what
bro.
I'm saying? You know, I'm a former athlete, so you know it never really leaves you. You know what I mean? So at the
Hey,
end
don't be that guy, bro. Do not be that. Don't be the high school guy right now, bro.
at a minimum I'm gonna look the part. At a minimum, I'm gonna look the part. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Oh,
all
okay.
right.
He look like okay. He look like
Yeah.
yeah. All right, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's all love, man. But let's get into the show, man. Today, what we got on the books for today? We're going to talk about what makes clients loyal, the
What makes
psychology
mine
of
low?
loyal clientele. You know, we could do I mean there's a number of things. You know, you got barbershop
Right.
aesthetic, professionalism, the atmosphere,
Right.
reliability, consistency, skills of the barbers, you know, because when you got a shop, there's people who also look at the rest of the shop because they might
Yeah.
be thinking, "Hey, this guy might not be available. This dude might be out, my dude might be out of town. Let me see who else is here." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all a factor. So we're going.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna start off with today. Is you know just talking about what keeps clients loyal, and you know let's get into it.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I personally, you know, I like to hit people with all of their senses, you know, when they
Yeah, break
come.
that down.
So, you know, see, touch, hear, smell, you know what I mean?
Hey
These
yo.
pause. But listen, how your shop smell when you come in there? It matters. It matters. When they come into the barbershop and they sit down, are they sitting on a nice leather situation or is it some ratty canvas, something that's squeaking and creaking, and is it something where the leather is peeling off the couch? You know what I mean? This, that, and the third. The site. How does your shop look? You know what I'm saying? What is it?
Yeah,
What
first
is
impression.
100%, you know what I mean? And then you go to the hearing, what we got going on. A lot of the times, if you walk into our shop, there will be some type of podcast playing. I'm heavy with the music, but you know, we keep it in line with paying respect to the rest of the shop. But
Yeah.
you'll see a lot of podcasts going on in the shop. I know Van do a lot of lo-fi vibes where it's just some chill instrumentals, you know, he got playing
Yeah,
in the
he be
back.
switching it up.
You know,
I be
yeah,
catching him.
you know,
I be paying
and he
attention
definitely
to y'all,
play a
man.
plethora of things. That's the only thing he
Yeah.
doing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think that these things matters. You know what I mean? We put sprays and little smell goods in the bathroom because we know some people's stomach, you know, get a little loose. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all
Especially with the coffee going on now. Yeah.
it's
You
all
gotta stay, keeping the stock now. Keeping the stock in there.
exactly. So I think all of these things. How was it when, you know, was that something you paid attention to as a new barber? And is it something that is more prevalent to you today? How was it when you was first coming up? I mean, because you started cutting in a dorm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
With
started cutting the dorm, so it was totally different for me, bro.
right.
It to me, for them, for my, talking in that era and that time, it was more so obviously you want to get a haircut, but money. We're talking about students, so money is tight. But if you can get me a decent cut for that price, yeah, they're gonna come to you. All they want is for you to be available and just cut my hair, bro. They just want the quality of the haircut for that price. Now, moving forward later on in my years, like right now,
So they didn't
I
care
would
about the
say,
chair. It
bro,
wasn't nothing
no,
about
bro. They
lighting.
want you to
Wasn't
be
hey.
available. They want you to be available, bro. I
So you
got a
cutting next to the bed or
presentation.
you cutting in the bathroom?
I'm
Which one you was
cutting
doing?
next to the bathroom, bro. My roommate got a poop. He's right there. Brrr. And then there's two bathrooms. So there's
Right.
one bathroom right here, one bathroom right here. I really wish I could I'll probably will be able to edit the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom in here on the when I edit the videos. But yeah, it's a bathroom right here and a bathroom right here, and it's four guys in the suite. So sometimes it could be two guys using the bathroom at the same time. This guy's taking a shower, he's taking a poop, or sometimes they taking a shit at the same time. So now you gotta open the door. He's thinking he's like, bro, they just wanted to get a haircut. It didn't even matter, bro. That's how bad it was. We're in
The
college.
chair don't the chair don't move. It don't. We definitely don't
Bro, the chair
swivel.
was a computer chair from the computer
Okay,
room.
well at least it spun around a little bit,
It
maybe.
was a little it did what it, I got the job done.
Right.
But for now that I'm at 80 to 100, I'm in Charlotte, I'm cutting,
Well, let's no no
I'm at
no
a
no. Let's slow it
professional
down.
level
Let's
now.
slow it down. Let's slow it down. So you went from there. Let's talk about the aesthetics on the way up. The
Okay.
next place you started cutting at more consistently, I'm assuming, was in barber school.
Yeah. Barber
Okay,
school.
now
Went straight to barber school
what was
after
the
I
vibe
graduated.
like in there versus you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it was a little all right. We at a professional place now because
Right.
some of those guys they follow me. Some of the guys that I went to school with also moved to Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of Lombras come
Not
over
barber
too.
school, but
So
college. When from college to barber
I
school.
met, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. A
yep.
lot of guys from my university followed me to barber school here in Charlotte because they also had job opportunities here in Charlotte. So they stuck with me. So, it was of course, it was a upgrade. It was way better. It was convenient, and my prices were great at the time. So,
Because I'm sure it
uh,
was a professional environment in the school in terms of just they not
yeah,
playing
but it had
no
its pros and cons
ratchetness.
because it was
Okay.
coming. My schedule was coming in between some of those guys' schedules, so it was like I was a busy barber still at a barber school. I was still a student, but I was operating like a full time barber.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was, it was annoying. But to get to the point where you're talking about, bro, they just wanted a haircut that was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They already got the rest of it, which was about. They don't care about the rest of that right now.
Right.
We're not at that price point. We're not
Right.
at that price. They're paying 25, 32 for a haircut. They just want a
But
good
that's
haircut
still
and go back.
going back to what we originally talking about as far as the clients being loyal. I know we talking about the aesthetics and moving along from shop to shop, but you already displaying loyalty from people. Hey, you was cutting me in school on the little computer chair. We
Right.
sticking with you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And coming out here to the barber
I'm
school.
leaving out a small factor that a lot of people take for granted too, which is consistency. I was
Mm-hmm.
always consistent with my haircut and I was punctual with my time too. So I
Mm,
was consistent and I was always there available for them. I was on my grind. So who wouldn't want a barber who's always gonna be consistent? He's punctual with his time, he's never canceling your appointments, and he's delivering a good haircut every time. It might not be the same exact haircut because I'm still learning how to cut hair, but it's gonna be close and it's gonna be a good enough haircut for you to pay 25 to 30 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward to later after I graduated barber school, I then moved to a barber shop because here in North Carolina we have to do a year at a barber shop under a registered barber. I don't know if they still doing it, but I know from my time that's what they were doing. So did my year. That was an upgrade. Oh, the shop is nice. On Fridays, we had mimosas going around. The shop was nice. The
yeah.
music was nice. It was, here and there was, I was doing facials too. So I
Yeah.
had my high clients and so it was like a lot of people were coming to me because most of them were located in that area where the shop was, and the
Okay.
shop was nice. Um,
Okay.
Overall, the shop was nice. Now, when you get into doing personal services like facials and scalp massage and stuff like that, then that's when it became like But for the most part, that was a good next step for me, and a lot of I ran it up when I was in there. My prices was also fair at that point. I think I went up to max. It was like 45 at that point. I went from 35 to or 30 to 45
Well, at this
once I
point
left
in you
school.
building the clientele and trying to keep your retention percentage up, what do you think was more important or was it even? Do you think that the skill or professionalism and consistency or was it a combination? What do you think was most important?
I would say a combination, but you
Mm-hmm.
definitely got to know how to cut. If you know how to cut, you can tweak because people don't really care until you're. It's like price points for different clients.
Mm,
So at that price point, those people just want haircuts and
right.
consistency.
So they
Now, if
willing
you
they
going
willing to
up,
concede a little bit of not
yeah,
foolishness, but like if you're not
yeah,
all the way on top of your game.
right, because that's just the clientele. That's where you at
Right.
within that price
Right.
point.
It's
They
like
don't
going into
care.
Walmart. You kind of expect a little, what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
You
Right.
don't want to get too crazy, but
You know,
you expect to see a couple things when you go in Walmart. You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? Right. Right.
So now we moving personal suite. Now we at the Barberville headquarters
Right.
at the house. Price went from 65. Now it's 80 to 100. Now
Right.
you're attracting a different demographic of clientele.
Right.
So
Right.
now we're getting into that. Does the shop look nice? Because
Right.
that's the type of client that values the whole entire thing,
Right.
not just the haircut. But am I going to be there? Are people going to be talking BS? Or
Right.
am I going to run to other people? I don't want to be because this is the same thing as a high end gym. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be in the gym with regular people. You want to be in the gym where you rarely gonna see. You gonna run into other people you can
Right.
rub shoulders with. You know what I'm saying? Or however you say that saying. I
Yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
know if I
Yeah.
said it right. rub elbows, whatever.
And just to describe the aesthetic of the shop that we in, I mean, listen, we got the little mini golf situation, we got NBA Jam with the arcade. We just said a little early in the episode that we got a coffee bar, there's drinks, there's a candy station, we got I forgot how to call those chairs, but we got leather kind of like individual
Sofas.
seating, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for people to sit in. Barberville sign, it's definitely welcoming, and it's funny, it's unassuming because a lot of people, you see it from the outside, it just looks like a kind of like an older house, but when you come
Yeah.
inside, it's like,
Right.
oh,
It's like
okay,
one of them Harry
we
Potter houses. I don't know if y'all watch Harry Potter, but
we got
you go in and there's a whole different world inside of
right,
there.
right, we got the recess lighting, this that. I
Right.
knocked down a couple walls, blah blah blah, to make it more inviting, but
Facts.
yeah, it's
That's fire.
definitely their whole intent was to make it inviting. But yeah,
Yep.
and this is just playing into the what keeps people loyal. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely a combination. But going back to what you was talking about, so at that point when you're moving over, uh we're going through why, going through this journey with him throughout the shops, because you're keeping people and you're trying to retain people. So you do want to show a sort of a leveling up, and you're not just moving around just because
Right.
moving around could also be a detriment to keeping clients loyal. Man, this guy here, this guy here, this guy there. But if you're talking about, hey, every time I move with bro, whether it was across town or somewhere else, it was an upgrade. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I think that that's definitely, goes along. It's not, maybe not the most important thing for trying to keep clients, but it's definitely part of it. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So, what were some of your clients' reaction when you moved to the Barberville house from the former shop you was at?
They was loving it. Some
Mm,
of them was like, you a little bit out the way. I
okay.
like the location, but I like this place better.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like intimate. I don't
Right.
have to listen to certain things in the shop. And it wasn't just the shop. It's just like when you around more people, you have more conversations. The shop overall was dope. It was a dope, but when you put too many people in the same room in the same area, you're gonna listen to
The former shop you
conversations
was
from
in,
other
that's what you're
people.
saying. The former shop
Yeah,
you was in.
well,
Right.
that's a former shop
Right.
or a barber school, whatever. It's just always
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
conversations that sometimes they don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You could be in there with a bunch of elite guys, and then they randomly just start talking about something you don't want to talk about at that moment.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
it ain't had nothing to do with the shop at all. The shop was dope. Shout out to Tone Cuts, man. That's my guy.
Right.
To this day, he answered the phone for me. If I even ask him, hey man, can I work for you again at the shop, whatever,
Right.
whatever, he gonna make a way to let me in there just based off
Nah,
the
it's important
relationship we
not to
done
burn
built.
bridges, man. It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's my guy. And love the shop. And but yeah, like that's any shop for real.
So people
You know,
people definitely appreciated the going to a more
yes,
private
hell yeah.
situation.
Yeah, for sure. A private
Yeah.
situation, especially when you trying to go for that client like elite clientele, when you're
Right.
trying to provide services for those type of clients. That's what they're looking for.
Right.
Now you're entering a different demographic of clients.
Right.
That 45 to 65 is getting with corporate now. And then when you go anything higher, you definitely got to go sweet because people
Right.
people people value that.
Right.
They went from valuing your haircuts to now we value the whole entire thing. We value
The
the
whole
hot
package.
towel, how the
Yeah.
hot towel smell,
Yeah.
how the place, all that. They pay attention to your station
Yeah.
cleans, your clippers. What kind of clippers are you using? What
Man,
kind of
because
clippers are you using in my
if he
head?
charging me this, it better
You
all be
must
on
be,
point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how it go, bro. You know
Yeah.
how it go. Shit,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be paying this much for a gym membership, I better have the sauna. I better have the cold plunge. I better have these
No,
special gym
facts.
machines that the people be
Yeah.
picky, bro. At that
No,
point,
it's
at
it's a
that price point,
thing.
people get picky.
It's a
So
thing. No,
have your
definitely.
things together. No, have it
I
together.
definitely I what now we know that some clients, let's get the easy ones out the way. We know that some clients move, go out of town.
Right.
Some people kind of grow their hair out, but I don't know. Even if you get braids and dreads, you're probably getting something lined up or something like that. But what do you think is, top three deal breakers for somebody moving on from a barber and not staying
Top
loyal
three
to them?
deal breakers.
Yeah.
Top three deal breakers.
Right. Like, you
For
know what? I'm
again,
good.
haircut. You might mess up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say if you're not producing the haircut that they're asking for, that's number one. That's
Mm-hmm.
the main thing. So you start slacking on it, because just think about how many people come to, yeah, bro, I've been going to this bar for 10 years, man. I think he just got comfortable with me coming to him a little bit. So psychologically, I already know he not getting the haircut that he once was getting from that person, or he never was getting it. He just learned that the haircut he was getting wasn't as good as he thought it was.
Right.
So it's either one of them two, but it always falls under he's not getting the haircut he wants.
Right.
So, that's one. Um, and the consistency, you're not consistent, you canceling appointments, you late,
Yeah.
your fingers,
Yeah.
you're not as professional as they would like you to be. Like sometimes your hands stink.
Yeah.
If you smoke, if you
Hygiene. You know what I
eating,
mean? Yeah.
all that stuff plays a factor. Like people pay attention to that. No matter what demographic or clientele you're cutting at, everybody's paying attention to all those things. And
Right.
I think people have a breaking point, and the main one is you're not producing the quality of haircut that they're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
or you're just not being consistent in other areas that also, like for
And what do you
example,
think is number three? Number three.
number three,
So
I would say
we got skill, we got consistency. What else?
I'm gonna say one that I've noticed clients want to talk about but don't really talk about it. It's like when barbers have conversations in between the shop. Like if you having conversations, you checking
Mm.
your phone and you take a little break from cutting their hair.
Right.
Like,
It's
bro,
all
cut
that
my hair. Come
talking.
on.
It's
Yeah,
all
you doing all that talking.
that's
So
you
I
know
think
what?
that's
I'm a
very
listen. There was I definitely had someone who came. I've been back cutting and getting new clientele and stuff like that. That's one of the things that happened a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely something where, dudes was like, "Yo, bro, it's like he talking. It's this." He like, "I don't mind if you talk, as long as you keep cutting my hair." But he like, man, he gotta stop. He gotta stop talking. It's taking extra time. And then what ends up happening is they complaining about the fact that you stopping and doing all this extra stuff while you're supposed to be cutting their hair. But then now comes the nitpicking. Now is and it's this going on in the shop, and it's that going on, and he was already late, and it was a couple times he not really cutting the hair that I want to. So what could end up happening is there's like a breaking point. You know what I mean? There's a breaking point with people, and I think that that's definitely something that's real. And because it might be one pet peeve that's really the main thing, but then because you keep doing that thing that's a pet peeve, now they looking at the rest of it.
right.
Now they looking at the
Exactly.
rest of it, and they like, yo, you know what? Come to think of it, man, and he did this, and I think he did this corny thing, and it was something else, and so it could snowball on you quick.
So you see how you thought about that? How
Mm-hmm.
you put all that together? So I always think about that with me too, because I'm
Yeah.
at 80 to 100.
Right.
You already, if you thinking like that, imagine charging a hefty price. You can't do that, bro. You
Yeah.
can't. If you're gonna be traveling all the time during these holidays, and on top of that, you're giving people like a reason not to come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. So this is aside from the subject, but I just had to put that out there because I see a lot of this going on in the industry. A lot of people starting to charge that $100 line, and I'm glad you brought that point up, because this is one of the main reasons why I work all the time and why my schedule is available all the time, because
Right.
you never know how somebody's feeling about you until you mess up. You mess up, then that could be the breaking point for somebody, and you don't even know they had other things that have been bothering up until that point where you messed up. So I just always been cautious with how I move, especially at this price point. But that's something that I want to deal with, because I know that I'm consistent, I'm reliable, my schedule is always open, and I'm consistent with the haircuts. I'm always gonna give it. I'm a barber. I'm a real barber. So you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna make sure I
Li-
do my best on them haircuts. So I know what I signed up for.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is all good information, but
Facts.
I'm gonna say this. You're gonna have to. Oops. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn as a barber, right? If you a new barber, maybe you've been in the game a few years. maybe you might even be been in it for a while and don't get this point that I'm about to say. But listen, you could do the best job possible and deliver the best service and the best skill that you're able to produce and grow over time. But understand this, there is a natural rate of attrition with clients, which means a natural rate that you still clients fall off. You have to act like you're hungry and you keep wanting to build your clientele because naturally some clients move, some clients just, whatever the case may be, you went up. You'll have clients fall off for that. There's clients who you're at a certain price and they've been coming into you for a while. Maybe they don't work, they don't earn the same money they used to earn before. They might have had a job loss, their business might be slow, so they sitting there now saying, hey man, I gotta find maybe I want to stay with my particular barber, but my budget says something different. There's a number of reasons why people, it's not always a factor that you did something wrong, even though that is a big prevalent thing. There also won't clients won't tell you that, man, I got a different job and I need a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying? And so, being that there's so many different factors as to why somebody might not come to you anymore, it's imperative that you stay on your marketing game. You retain as many of the clients as you can. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that. Uh, I think too. Like as a barber, as barbers coming out of school, I think this is one of the first times it's like your girl, your first love breaking up with you, right? Because there's people who really thought they was going to take barber school clients out of school and not knowing, because some barber schools, because there's some barber school clients that I'm talking about, the people who are coming there to get the $5 cut. That's what I mean by barber school clients. They're coming there to get the $5, the $7, the $10 cut, whatever it is now. They're coming there to get that cut, and they will sell their school barber a dream. They will sell them a dream. Oh, what shop you gonna go to? Where you say you moving to? Man, you know I'm
Yeah.
coming with you. Man, you know I'm coming with you. Yeah, right. They're not coming. You know what I'm saying? The rare occasion you're gonna have some people who, yes, okay, we know that. You know what I mean? That there's some
Right.
people who gonna go, but most of the time, bro, they loyal to
Most
that
none of
price.
them. Most of them not gonna do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I'm
You
I'm
had you
covering
had
to
you have
somebody
one
who's
or
gonna
two.
throw
You
the
had one or
asterisks
two.
out there. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
had one or two that
Right,
just here and there.
right.
Here and there. But they really a client of the school.
They're a client of the school,
Yeah,
bro.
they're a client of the
They're a
school. They're
client
not
of
your
the school.
client.
They're not coming back.
You just happen to be the nice guy that time,
You're
like
the
around that
nicest dude in the
those
school.
years.
There,
Let me
there's
go to
there's
him.
there's professional, seasoned school clients.
Right.
They literally
Exactly.
seek out who is the best at the time at the school, and that's their way of getting value in a good haircut, a great haircut. What they're gonna do is they're gonna go to the top student that's at the school at the time, and they're just gonna rotate.
And that's fine as
And
long
that
as you understand that.
definitely,
It's
but
perfectly fine.
but that but
Just understand that.
I'm saying, as a, you went to, you start cutting in the dorm, stuff like that. But I guess what I
Yeah.
was saying was that a lot of people first experience with the whole
Be at barber
clients
school.
that
Yeah,
be at
yeah,
barber school,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
perfect time. Kids get out of school, they be like, man, I
yeah,
thought dude was gonna come.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought, and
That's their first experience. Cut
and
hair is
they're
like
like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I
nah. I
thought
started
you
experiencing that. I experiencing that early. It's
right,
another campus barber.
right,
Oh, you going to him? Oh, all
right.
right. Oh, all right.
Okay, okay.
Say this. Me and bro, we fake cool. Like, what up, bro?
Right.
You saw my client, bro. But nah, I used to love that because bro, I was going hard. I was going hard on campus. Uh, and I don't care what nobody say, bro. And nobody on campus got close to achieving none of the stuff that I did. I mean, they cut hair, but uh, HBCU Barber of the Year, who at A&T, who cut every celebrity that came out of A&T? Tariq Cohen, Chris Belcher, Tony McCrae,
My man
Brandon
said,
Parker,
pause.
Terrence
My man
Janae,
said he
you
was putting
name it.
belt to
I done cut
ass. He was
all.
putting belt to ass out there.
I'm on it. I'm on that. Like, not even bragging. I'm just saying, like, I really wanted to cut hair, bro. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
be the
yeah.
best guy on campus.
Right.
That was me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course
Listen,
you're gonna have people go other places and stuff like that. But I was that dude on
I'm gonna
campus.
tell you right now.
And this is not me being cocky. This is me being just completely confident in what I did because I
What?
put in that work, bro. I
Listen,
put in that
without the
work.
internet, I'm gonna tell you right now, switching gears a little bit, because just to piggyback off your point of I wanted to cut hair, right? And you was hungry in your environment, right?
Right.
Going back to the shop environment and taking that mentality, yo, a lot of these barbers, man, if you didn't have the internet, bro, listen, you would be out of here because I don't want to be the guy with the back in the day stuff, but listen, we got online booking, we got IG. Cats was doing stuff like dudes was doing stuff like taking pictures of their work and having it in a portfolio book. You understand? Dudes was doing instead of Instagram where you could see your work, they had it like, it was an in-person Instagram. So what I'm saying that is the dynamic of client loyalty was actually a little bit different back then because actually what used to happen, even let's go back even further, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, what used to happen is, so let's take the dynamic of there was way more walk-ins, right? Yes, people was probably calling a barber, some people was making appointments, but by and large it was still a walk-in environment that dominated the barbershop, right? So what you had a situation was that people, yo, it was real beefs in shops about walk-ins and short stopping walk-ins. Watch this. There was stuff like that would happen like this, right? A dude, he hanging by the front. Now you know it's supposed to be a good faith system going on within the barbershop where we sharing the walk-ins. Obviously, this isn't really something that's as prevalent today. I'm sure in shops it's still a thing. I'm saying majority. You know what I'm saying? But there's like a disbursement of the walk-ins that's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? This dude hanging out by the front. He hanging out by the front and what we was calling short stopping. He's short stopping clients because instead of them coming in there, maybe there was always like a point man. There's a certain somebody that had to be in the front because that guy kind of had to know what was going on, who got a cut, who didn't get a cut. If you run in the shop properly, obviously there were shops as a free for all. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
get what you get. But if you was running your shop properly and you was an owner that gave a damn, you point guard in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, this guy ain't got to cut no. Nah, my man right here got you. You know what I'm saying? My man right here got you this, that, and the third. But then in shops that wasn't really, run like that, you had what you call short stopping and dudes hanging out by the front. Da, 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 da. Watch this. This OG move. Dude come in, sit down. There's a lot of people that would come in, sit down, say nothing. Right? They'll look at somebody and go, hey, yo, I got you. I got you next, right? I got you. Yeah, all right, I got you. This nigga don't know that nigga. He don't know him. He don't know him from
Facts.
nothing. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? He just like, all right, I got you. He done piled up 2, 3 people. He got one in the chair, piled up 2, 3. They walk-ins. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody even know. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
now, when you sitting there trying to pay the rent and trying to pay your bills and this, that, and the third, and dude over here, listen, I done seen. Let's move to the next thing I done seen happen. I done seen a situation where, all right, boom, real fight happens because a dude who he got two, he had one in his chair, and I think one was waiting, either one or two waiting. The client decided to go to another barber in the shop. Now, dude got mad. He like, that's my client. Now, how you gonna take my client, bro? Da 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 da. Because I think the understanding was unspoken was supposed to be, nah, oh, yo, you available? Nah, go to bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, that man trying to eat too. You know what I'm saying? That man trying to eat too. Now we don't play them type of games in the shop. Obviously modern day with what we got going on. I'm sure in some shops it's probably going on, but we don't play them type of games. If somebody, things happen, normally it won't be a situation like that. It's more like they just book with another barber. Yeah, I'm not gonna make no nothing about it. You want to go with somebody else in the shop, go with somebody else in the shop. But a literal whole, they didn't fight at the time, but when it was later on, they definitely got into it about the fact that Buddy felt like he stole his client. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he stole his client and he was hot about it. You know what I'm saying? And that was,
Yeah, it's a real thing. That was a real thing back then for sure.
it was a real thing, bro. It was a
I
real
know
thing.
that like I would say around 2014, around that era. Yeah, around 2014. They were doing the notebook. Like you just show up to the shop. You don't have to wait. You just put your name down.
That's true. Yeah, that's a
You
good point.
already
That's a good
yeah,
one. They got like digital stuff like that now where you check in on an app and if you next, they got a lot of shops that still do
yeah,
walk-ins. That's so the notebook
yeah,
turned into an app.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they
yeah.
keeping track of people that way. But yeah, no doubt, no
Put your
doubt.
name and your phone number.
Yep.
Yo, you still you next
Yep.
type shit.
Yep.
So
That's true. I definitely think that was definitely a it was just a different era, man. It was just a different
yeah,
it
yeah,
was just
nah,
a,
for
it was
sure.
just a different
I
era
used to
and
hate
you
that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to hate going to get my haircut. I used to hate that shit, bro. Used to hate it. I used to
speaking
hate it.
listen, speaking of like the whole client retention thing and what keeps people loyal and stuff like that. I would say the other thing I wanted to talk about was, which I don't think is really spoken about, is barbers reaching back out to clients that have left. And let's say you
Right.
didn't know why they left. You didn't know they was moving or this or whatever the case may be. Now, pride versus good business. Do you think what is your thoughts on reaching back out to someone who hasn't come to you now? Because now we dealing with Instagram. A lot of some former clients still follow us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They still looking at your stories, this, that, and the third. I mean, what do you think about reaching out to clients that have left?
I would say it depends on the client. Like it depends on who I'm going to reach out to. If me and him got a rapport, like we cool, we have great conversation at the shop while I'm servicing him. Me and him done built the rapport. We damn near close. Like we cool. Like we really cool. And we talk about deep stuff. Like I know about his family. He know a little bit about my family or whatever. I'll reach out to him like, oh, what's going on? Just to see, you know what I'm saying? You move, prices too high. What's going on? Like what happened? But as far as like me just reaching out to just a regular client that just came to me a couple times and just out of the blue, just not showing up.
Right,
No, I'm not doing it.
right, right.
I'm not. It just got to. It depends on the client. It depends on the client for me.
I think I definitely agree with that. I think that a big factor in it is also what are you doing to drive clientele? What is your marketing like?
Now, I'm
Do you
not
have a
saying don't
machine?
reach out to people. It's a
Yeah,
great thing. Like it's a great business move to reach back out to people. Hey man, you haven't booked in a while. But I
yeah,
think
because
that
some people
we
put
got
their
platforms right
pride
now, Style
over
Seat.
some people put
Well,
their
yeah, nah,
pride over
yeah,
business
yeah,
strategy.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Some
yeah,
people you gotta kind of like move that to the side a little bit. Obviously, if somebody
yeah,
disrespected you or something like that or whatever, but but
yeah,
but we're trying to run a business here, and
yeah.
you
If
know
it
what you could
when we
also
talking
find
about it
out.
like that, yeah,
You know
for
what you could
sure.
also find out is, let's say, and this is what I think a lot of people are afraid of, especially if you're not a seasoned barber and even if you are a seasoned barber, you know what? As a barber, listen, you might want to go ahead and do some of that what we would call market research. You know what I'm saying? Because you may find out that you was doing something that you need to change. They they
Right.
might still not come back, but they might say, you know what? Listen, no disrespect, bro, but actually the reason I left is because of this. That's something you need to know.
Yeah. Something I'm getting ready to start doing is like posting on Instagram. Hey, what is something you guys feel like I should work on? Just
Right,
throw it on the
right,
story, leave like the box for
right.
them to just leave a review on the stories
Right.
and stuff like that. What is
Anonymous,
something?
you won't get
Yeah.
posted. You know what I'm
Right. You
saying?
won't get
Right.
posted. Just to
Yeah.
see like
A lot
how
of
you
people don't
doing
want
with
to
it.
hear feedback about their business though, because oh man, who they talking to? You know what I'm
If you
saying? They
feel
get
that way,
defensive.
you might be the one that need to actually do it.
Yeah.
If you feel that way, you know what I'm saying? If you're one of the barbers that feel like, I don't know, yeah, maybe you should, man. You should definitely look into like, trying to do that.
Yeah, I think client retention and there's nothing wrong with reaching out to a client and seeing what's good, what happened, find out information. Might be a closed loop, a closed end. You never know. Oh, I'm just having hard financial. You never know. You never know
Yeah.
why it might be. And I think no different than when a client comes in and you ask them, where'd you come from? How'd you
Yeah.
hear about me? You know what I'm
That's all
saying?
a part of the
Is
psychological
is part of
consultation
it.
that you have with the client
And just
so
running a
that you know
business, bro. Like,
yeah,
how would you
it's
know
a
what's working? How would you know what's working? Do
exactly.
you do you
You
know if
need
you're
to
getting a
learn the
lot of word
business
of
on a
mouth?
psychological level
Do you
for
know
sure.
you might have a client who is low key pushing mad clients to you, but if you never talking to them, you don't even know that.
You won't even know. You
Josh
won't
over
even
here
know.
done sent me 7 people. Oh, you know Josh. Oh, you know. Oh, yeah. Damn.
All right. You
Yo,
so
Josh.
quiet, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it's important to have conversations with your clients other than arguing about LeBron and Michael Jordan. You know what
No,
I'm
for sure.
saying? Is
I think
is
it's a collective of both, bro. Because some clients really don't want to talk.
they
They just
don't
want
want
to
to
get a
talk, but
haircut.
what I'm saying is I'm not talking about a full length conversation, but what I'm saying is finding out what do they like,
Yeah,
what
then
do they
just start a
not
conversation.
like, just
Yeah, yeah.
different stuff. I think even watch this. You want to keep a client, let's say this is part of going back to the whole getting comfortable stuff, right? You sit there and assume that, you know, sometimes I'll ask this out the blue. Yo, anything you want to change up? Like let's say they've been getting the same cut for a while. Let's
Nigga
say they
gonna
be,
look at you like, nigga, what, man? Nigga, come out here, bro.
no, not true.
Nah, my
You know what I'm saying? Because
Just
because
random.
that there's a
Niggas
lot
don't
of
want to change up
people
for
that be
me.
like you know, I've been thinking about like changing up my beard style, but what you think? You think it would look good on me? You think it would look men be scared to ask questions. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? They be scared to ask questions. Not all
Yeah,
men,
they do.
not
Yeah,
all
they
men.
be.
You know what I'm saying? But there be men who be scared to ask certain things, and it's almost like you got to hold their hand a little bit. And he whole time I remember I had a client, he getting this high taper the whole time. Whole time he thinking he won't look good with a fade. That's the whole reason he wasn't getting a fade. Because he like, oh, I just didn't get one because I thought I wouldn't look good with a fade.
So you told him he looked good with a fade.
No. I told him, what I told him was, is I said, listen, I'm nice. I'll make anything look good. You hear me? I don't give a fuck.
Yo, yeah, bro. You look good with a fade,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. You look, you'll
Nah,
get more
I'm nice,
joints. You'll
nigga.
get more joints. You'll get more joints with a fade. Listen.
Yo, bro.
Are you comfortable in your masculinity? Listen, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, hey,
Gaslighter, bro.
I'll tell somebody in a minute that ain't the haircut for you, gang. That ain't it.
Nah.
That ain't
That's
it,
different.
gang.
That's different. We could definitely do
That's
that.
part of being uh 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 a trusted advisor.
Image consultant. That's
The-
part of
it-
being a
Image
good image
consult. Great.
consultant.
Couldn't have put it better myself. A men's grooming consultant. Okay, it's part
Yo.
of it. Hey. Listen to me. Listen, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to big myself up. One of my pet peeves. This gonna sound like a cocky barber. One of my pet peeves is when people say, "Yo, line my beard up full like yours," and your shit look like you got cotton balls connected.
Your joints got patchy all
You
over it.
patchy. Your beard's super patchy. Listen, I'm gonna make miracles happen. All right, I'm gonna make miracles happen. But when you start talking about line my beard up full like how yours is, keep it high, keep the line high. I don't want to lose, bro. You losing me. You know what I'm saying? What we need to do is let God's plan run its course. You know what I'm saying? We need to let God's plan run its course, and I'm just going to do the Lord's work as best as I can. You know what I'm saying? But don't have too many pick a struggle. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a struggle, and listen, man, you can't be extra picky when you ain't even working with much to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they do be extra picky because they
Listen,
ain't got much to work with. So you don't mess this up. Don't mess this shit up, gang.
listen, ain't nobody pickier than a dude who bald and got a beard.
Don't mess my shit up, bro.
Ain't nobody picky. Hey, listen,
Hey, don't
listen,
bring it
listen,
down. Do
listen.
not bring my shit
Right
down.
here, keep it. No, because the last
Keep it
one
natural.
he dropped it down, and
The last barber. It's always the last barber, gang. It's never him. It's never yo, the last barber. He
Let
brought me
yo,
down, bro.
yo. Listen. We off the rails a little bit, but I don't care. Listen, the next thing I can't stand is when they yo, dude, whole corners gone, or going away. All right, your corners is going away. Yeah, this barber pushed me back, bro. It ain't never grow back right.
Bruh.
Yo, don't play with me.
He got me, bro.
Yo,
Shit
don't
never grew back,
don't
bro.
play with me.
Yo, the shit
Listen,
he got me in last week, the shit
listen.
never
Don't
grew
play
back,
with me,
son.
man. Talking about yo, it ain't never go back. Yo, when then look. This talking to them is important. Yo, when was this? Man, this was like 3-4 years ago. Yo, don't
Right.
play with me, bro. 3 4 years ago. What are you
They
talking
put
about?
his insecurities on the barber, like, yo, bro, these your jeans, gang. This ain't the barber.
Ah! blame
Hate to break
blame
it
your
to you, bro,
DNA. Blame your bloodline.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. People do be getting pushback. I'm not saying
Sure.
y'all don't.
Sure.
But the fact that it never grew back had nothing to do with the barber. Let's just put that out there. It's no
Listen,
way hair just never grew back. Your corners was gone. It was gone.
bruh.
Your
It's
barber just
insane.
helped it get going a little faster.
Right. Now I will agree I will agree with that.
Your barber helped
Listen.
you out a little bit. You was on
Because
your way.
listen, this
Barber just helped you, gang.
because there's definitely
You
some people.
expedited the process.
Listen, there's some people who he probably would have got another 4 to 5 years out of this particular cut, but because pause, you went a little too deep on the lineup and you went a little too farther back. Now you done cut him off a few years because now that hole it's not really growing back the same way. Now
Yeah.
that's not to say that the barber made you go bald. No, he sped up the recession process.
Right.
if you got a
Alongside all
if
the
you got a
the
receding
making
hairline,
castor oil that people be having thinking it's gonna make it grow back, it really is hurting your hairline.
listen,
Or
we're
the
gonna bring this up on the pod,
minoxidil.
but they got some drugs that's coming out now that's swearing that is gonna regrow. Listen,
Turkey, my
listen,
boy.
hey,
Turkey.
hey. Before Viagra
Get the
came
limit
out,
low.
there was nothing, and then Viagra, it changed people's lives, gang. You never
Hey,
know.
if it's true, then
I ain't saying it
a
ain't gonna
lot
have a
of
side
people
effect.
gonna have hair.
I ain't
There's a lot
saying
of
it ain't
people
gonna.
without hair.
Listen,
That's all I'm saying.
it's in.
Them
We
guys
gonna
in
pull it up.
Turkey,
Well, don't worry. We
they
gonna pull it
coming
up on
back
the
with
next
hair.
one. We gonna pull it
They
up on the
coming
next
back with
one.
hair. I've never seen an oil out here
No, this is
or
medicine. This is like a
or
pill. This is like a
medicine,
pill. Yeah.
pill, whatever.
Right.
I mean, we got biotin. That's
Yeah,
natural
but what I'm saying is this is like this supposed to be like for like all right, you
for
know how they
hair.
got Ozempic? Like Ozempic
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're gonna lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they
listen
got its
this
side effects too, though. They getting sued, I think.
listen, I didn't say they weren't consequences. I didn't say they weren't
Listen,
consequences, gang.
I've been here for 10. It's about to be 11 years. Go to Turkey. Go to Turkey. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say. Now you take that pill if you want to.
We're gonna do a
Someone
whole
else ain't gonna be
we're
working.
gonna do a half an episode on hair transplants, good ones, bad ones, the good, the bad, the ugly. And yo, I found there
That's
was
America, bro. America always gotta put somebody on pills, bro. Now we ain't gonna get sidetracked. We ain't gonna get sidetracked. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. But listen, I'm gonna let you finish. But look, you take that pill, someone else might not be working. Your vision might go
ah
blurry.
ah
You might go deaf.
ah.
You might, you know what I'm saying? Don't
I
do it.
mean, listen, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But listen, all right,
Listen,
we're gonna get into
don't
something
do it.
I wanted to get into today. It's a little bit different, but hey, listen,
Let's get it.
should moms
I know where
bring
you're going.
a son to the shop? Okay, now let me preface this with what I'm about to say. We understand that there are certain family dynamics where the single
Pop's not
mom,
around.
dad lives. We understand that. That's not what we're talking
Facts.
about here. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about if you have a situation where the dad, y'all living in the same home, all of that, mom and dad there. Should the mom be bringing the son to the shop?
Me personally, no. I'm not going. No.
Hmm.
Why would I let my wife or my girl take my son to the barbershop,
Right.
drop him off, whatever? Like one off is cool. I'm busy. Can you just drop him off right quick? Yeah, but
Now you know some
mostly,
people gonna say,
most time,
there's when some men or women gonna say, man, that's insecure. Man, it just
man, nobody cares about the internet. That's what the internet is gonna say. I'm talking about facts. Your husband or your boyfriend might be busy one day, and he might need you to take him to the shop real quick because we got Christmas photos we gotta take. We got school pictures we gotta take.
slow down.
You know
But
what I'm
what's
saying?
the etiquette? Let's say the one time they dropping them off at the door, or should she be coming in?
Uh,
I'm gonna say
she should
drop them
come
off at
in.
the door.
She.
I'm gonna say drop them off
I'm
at the
gonna say you
door.
can come in. I'm gonna say you can come in if you trust the barber. if you got a report with the barber, you trust the barber, you been this is your man's, you family now. That's me personally. That's just me personally. But if you just started coming to this guy and you don't really know him like that, hey man, just
First
drop
of
him
all, the
off.
trust them sounds crazy, like something's about to happen in the shop. At the end of the day, listen,
I
the way you
listen.
worded that sound nuts. But what I'm
What?
saying, if you
What?
trust them, you know what I mean? Like
If
I
you
don't
trust the
even know what
barber,
that
man, I got
means.
plenty of dads that do that. They send their wives, and sometimes they came to the shop and just, hey Vino, here's
Listen.
so and
What I'm
so,
saying is,
and they
listen.
walk out. Just
We got a family environment. We don't make anybody feel weird.
right.
What we talking about here, we're not the one-off stuff. We talking about there are men who consistently send their kids to the shop with the girlfriend wife situation, and they don't bring them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think it's a little weird.
Well, I'm gonna say both.
I think it's a
I'm gonna
little
talk about
weird.
both. So the ones where I got a report with, they trust me, bro. So I know they wives. I kind of even
Yeah, but you still
I
talking
don't want
about
to
a
say names. I
selective
want
shit. You still talking about a selective shit. That's not what always happens. That's what I'm trying to say. You talking about every now and then they come in there with that. You know what I'm saying? They come and
yeah,
bring them in. That's not what I'm
but
talking
the
about. I'm talking about a consistent situation where the mom is bringing them in and the dad is in the life and he's just deciding that that's the mom's job. I think
well, if that's gonna be the case, if that's gonna be the example, well then I will suggest that because you don't have a report with it. I'm more on the morals and principles side of things. As a man, I wouldn't want my girl walking
right,
in the shop.
right,
That's just not just drop them off at the door.
right,
That's it.
right, right. Can
That's
we
just
have
me
somewhere
personally.
that's safe for men? Damn. You know?
Like, yeah. Because that's not like a barbershop's supposed to be for us men. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls ain't really supposed to be in there for real.
Even though
So,
we service every that's the crazy thing. We service everybody, so it's not listen, we potting
and
right
I
now.
thank God, bro. My clientele, they all do that. So there is
Right,
girls that do have men at home, and they bring their kid all the time, but they never come in the shop.
right.
It's just what it is. So yeah, for me, it's been working out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah, for me, it's been working out.
hey, I think it's definitely something that is listen, let's get serious. My whole thing about it is, listen, as a man, I would like my son to follow in the positive footsteps that I set forward. I want him to blaze his own trail. I want him to be his own man. I want him to be, that. But if I wasn't a barber at the same time, I feel like that's a bonding time. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy one. You learn about how to conduct yourself. You seeing people converse and talk, and that's one of the things that has gone away a little bit with the suite environment versus the barbershop. While the traditional barbershop did have a lot of drawbacks and different issues of why people didn't like it, it also was a community hub. It also was a place for uh, you know men to
Community.
curate and mature the men and surround
Yeah.
and it wasn't always just wild talks about the other sex and sports talk. At the end of the
Right.
day, you got to see on a certain level how to conduct yourself and how to move, so I think that's probably where my thinking kind of comes from. It's not like the toxic male masculinity, like, hey man, women don't belong in the shop and this and that. I think it's more of a situation where, you know, uh, I think there does need to be safe spaces, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, uh, men being men and having a situation where you could show younger men how to conduct themselves. You know what I'm saying, in
For
multiple
sure.
areas. So
Yeah.
I definitely have always taken that role on, with the young men and definitely try to steer them in the right direction. I got one kid I was been cutting for a while now. He's literally like um working on becoming a barber. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was gonna get one of them in my career. You know what I'm saying? But he's cutting hair in school right now. He doing the vino. You know what I'm saying? He up. I forgot what HBCU he's at. I don't know if it's Central or A&T, but he's literally like cutting. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's at A&T. I think I
Yeah.
know you're
So
talking about.
it's
The boy with the braids, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I definitely think that it's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you could see, these kids grow up and they starting to get big, pause, on you, and you're like, oh damn, I remember when you was,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and now you know what I'm saying. I was cutting this kid that was in high school. Now he's in the Air Force, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? He looked totally different. I mean, it's crazy to
So
see.
you saying uh you had a place in his, and like you molded him a little bit.
I wouldn't say I molded him, but I would say that I
You had some
def
good tips for him.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would like to think that I helped him along his journey. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you have a good barber that you can trust,
Yeah.
you more than likely gonna allow that lady or whatever go to drop him off at the
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I still would say, drop him off and you could wait in the car. All that
Yeah,
waiting
that's
and
what happens
waiting in
for
the
me too, though.
shop and yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
all that.
about all that.
Nah,
Keying and all
yeah,
that, you know what I mean?
nah. I
Oh
don't got
yeah, I
time for that
mean,
right now.
I don't
Nah,
know.
facts.
I don't know about all that.
That's messy. That's messy. That's messy. It can get messy. So, you know how that goes in the barber game. Because
Facts.
not all barbers operate the way professionally how we, operate. So, now
All
I'm not
right.
saying it's been times where it's been different for me. So I got a girl now. It's different now. So it's like you. But back in my prime, college dorms,
Striking.
you come in there with your girlfriend.
Oh no.
You come in there
Now
with
the
your
show goes
girlfriend.
left.
Your little,
Now the show
yeah.
goes
Now
left.
she don't watch me cut your hair, chop it up with you.
Oh no.
They don't fell off. Oh yeah, it's a shit show. It's a
Oh, he's
shit
a
show.
barber. He got motion. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's light
Yeah. So
skinned. Oh my god.
yeah.
He got a
So
ponytail.
yeah. Light skin. HBC already here. He's a kappa. Oh yeah.
You had to say
All
that.
that. All that.
You had to
All
say
that.
that.
All that. It's all
Boo.
that. Good. It's
Tomatoes,
all that.
tomatoes, tomatoes.
It's all. Hey, look, bro. It's all that. It
You know what
was all
I mean?
that. I'm no
Ben the
longer a
Don
you know what I'm
ad
saying?
comment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. You mad? Oh. You mad. Y'all, he didn't go to college, so he wouldn't understand. You
Listen,
feel me?
listen, listen. I had no interest in stepping foot on campus at
That's
all.
fine,
I
bro. That's
had no
because
interest.
sometimes
I
in
didn't. I
life, when
didn't.
you don't
You know
know
what I mean?
better, you don't do
I didn't
better.
have no interest, gang.
And I
Nothing.
don't know. I see. I don't know. It looked like you've been trying to. I don't know. I don't know, man. You don't practice that. You don't practice that
Stop.
before.
Stop,
Man, if I
bro.
would have went to college, I would have been. I would have had autos. I would have had everybody on lock. I would have had the haircuts on lock.
Listen, I'm gonna
No,
tell you.
you, bro.
I'm gonna tell you number one reason. One, I was tired of school coming out of high school. That was the number one reason. There's no way I wanted to study anymore, test, do nothing. I didn't want to
Bro,
do nothing.
facts.
That's number one. Number two, I couldn't do the dorm shit. My
Nah,
man, I
that was a
used to go
gamble
see
for
my
sure.
man and in the dorm, bro. It's nasty. The bathroom look crazy. You don't
That's how I
know
know
who
you
you.
was a basketball player
You
in
don't
high
know who
school.
you stand with. You talking about his hygiene habits is crazy. How did he grow up? How was he raised? Yo, son, I'm like, oh nah.
Yeah,
I would have
that's
needed my
typical
own.
basketball behavior. I was a football player, so we kind of. I'll thug it out. I'll thug
Nah,
it out. It was
nah.
already football players already naturally a little. I went.
I'm
I
a
ain't gonna
look.
say
I'm
that.
over.
I ain't gonna
I'm
say that.
oh man. What you got going on, bro?
Uh, nah, facts though. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So
Uh,
look, let's
mm,
get into the reaction. So now we got this is our segment where we bring up some things we've seen around the barber world on the internet, and we thought it was interesting and wanted to bring it to y'all. So the first thing we got up is this creative artist. We're gonna put the name up, but he did this. Look at this, man. He made this barber phone holder
Clippers,
artwork just out
Clipper
of
chair.
yeah, he
Oh,
made it. Yeah,
blade chair.
blades like the detachable blades. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And obviously, clearly, he's skilled with welding and stuff like that. I think,
Yeah,
yo, this is super
kind of
dope.
dope.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie. I
like
think,
dope
I
art for
think,
the barbershop.
you know what? I'm gonna get one, and we gonna show it on the show. I'm gonna get one from this dude. I'm gonna definitely get one, and we gonna put it on the show. Promise you that. You know what I'm saying? But I
That's
think
dope.
this was so dope. Again, this is one of these segments. We gotta come up with a name for this segment. Don't worry, y'all that stick with us along this journey, y'all gonna see us grow and stuff like that. But this is we're gonna come up with a segment for this. Maybe we had some people give us some suggestions. But this is one of the ones I wanted to bring up. I thought it was so just different, you know what I'm saying, and creative. Just taking these are what they would have detachable blades. He took
Yeah.
detachable. I think he took detachable blades. Plus, it looks like he has the
It look like the
trimmer,
end is.
the trimmer blade, the moving blade of a trimmer blade, the
Yeah.
one that slides as the footrest. You know what I'm saying? So, real creative, real dope. Um, definitely. Man, that's something I give.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, like that's like if you a gift. Yo, listen, I know Christmas just passed, but this would have been a dope gift to a barber that's in your life or your fellow barber or somebody in your shop or something like that. This right here, that's definitely like different and probably you never seen that. I got a rep. I got the chair on the chain. You know what I mean? Definitely I'm a super barber, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I like all type of shit like this, you know what I mean? I think it's super dope.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then we also like to the next thing we're gonna bring up is another segment where we like to highlight a creative barber product. While I bring this up, I'm gonna shoot the vino real quick. But I wanna bring up this next one. Hold on. Let me bring up this next one. That's super dope. I thought this was cool. All right, so as a barber, it's important to have multiple ways that people could pay you. And I thought this was super dope. We always, people be fumbling with their phones. Hey, what's your Cash App name? Hey, what's your Zelle? What's your this? What's your that? What's your Apple Pay? Now, this is a scan me pay stand. It's got the barber pole decal on the right side, and then you have the Cash App. So you could scan that. They have his
Yeah.
booking link as one of the QR codes with the booking app that's there.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
fire.
and then you have the bottom one is a Zelle QR code. I thought that was super dope to the point. There's multiple things that exist like this in the marketplace for you.
Yeah.
But this I thought it was a little more creative. I thought but still clean
Hmm.
and just functional. Whether you get this product or another product, I think is one of those things that definitely stands out and is functional. So it's creative, it's
Yep.
functional, it makes sense. You know what I mean? I definitely think that
Yeah.
something like that is cool. You mess with it?
Yeah, I definitely do. They got a bunch of stuff like that. Like they got
Yeah,
it where you could put it on your hand rest. You could put like a little
yeah,
paper or something like that, and then you could
yeah.
just.
We need to show that one of these joints too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They've been
definitely.
doing that for a while. That one is just more, more creative, I
Yeah,
guess. You could
and a
put it
lot of
on the
the brands
door on
be
the way
having
out so you
stuff
don't
like
miss it
that.
type shit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
A lot of the Cash App will have one, this one will have one, but I definitely think having yours like all in one, I definitely think is
Yeah.
dope. So I definitely
Right
wanted
there.
to I definitely wanted to bring that up, man. I thought it was definitely dope. And you know what, for good measure, man, we're gonna get into one. You know what? We're gonna get into one more. Y'all listen, we growing, we getting our production together. I'm gonna shoot the Vino one more time. And we're gonna pull up this other video. Now, this one is not necessarily functional, but I thought it was cool, and we're gonna talk about it. So this right here. So what this dude, what they did was they took and I don't know if it's enclosed picture frame with glass over the front, and inside is nothing but razor blades. So and what he's using to move the razor blades is a magnet. So,
Mhm.
what I was thinking was this was cool, but you could really expand on this idea if you wanted to. You could have
Yeah,
made it
this for the.
like a slide. It could have went into certain pockets. It could have, it could have buckets and maybe now it's a game. Who could fill up the bucket? You know what I'm saying? Who could and how and time it, you know what I'm saying? And now you could make it an interactive thing. Maybe you win something in the shop or something like that. I thought this was super dope. but could definitely be expanded upon on the idea. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this for definitely for your ADHD kids for sure.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
ADHD kick in, you just being a
Moving around, and you know what I'm saying. I never seen in all my years of cutting hair. I never seen that. I never seen
that's
nobody do that.
fine.
You know what I'm saying. So here at the No Pushback, we definitely like to it's gonna be stuff you seen, stuff you didn't see, but we like to cover the barber industry. You know what I mean. We don't pigeonhole ourselves here. We like to do whatever is creative. We me and Vino both creative. Vino can actually draw a little bit, you know what I mean, a little something, you know what I mean.
Yeah, draw, paint,
I don't know
all
if he
type of
picked that
stuff.
up, you know what I mean, in a little while, but me, I show my creativity come more from the video stuff, but even with stuff like this, I think that's another one that I definitely would like to recreate. I want that barber
Yeah.
chair that we showed. This is both like art to me, you know what I'm saying. So I want that barber chair, and I would definitely like to do something a little bit different and make it more of kind of like a game. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah,
Pops do graffiti, bro. My dad huge in graffiti. He from South
mm,
Bronx in New York. So
that's hard.
kind of got the artistic side, from him for
Yeah.
sure. Like, he taught me how to do a lot of stuff. He does a lot of I want to say crump dancing, but like the
Mm-hmm.
pop locking. He
Oh
was
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
skater,
yeah,
all
yeah,
type
yeah.
of
Was it
he was one of
break
them.
dancing? Break dancing.
Yeah, he could break dance, bro. The dude's crazy. Like he
Yeah. Nah,
crazy
your
with
pops
that.
was outside. Yeah, your
Yeah,
pops
he
was
was
doing
definitely
graffiti and break dancing. Your pops was outside.
he was doing graffiti, breakdancing. He was getting into a lot of trouble with that graffiti stuff. Like
Yeah.
I guess you can't graffiti over somebody else's name, and it was a
It's a
thing
whole
with that,
thing.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
So yeah, shout out my pops, man.
Nah,
He
shout out pops
got
for sure.
creme all over the Bronx somewhere. Every time I go over there and I see like I'll post it on here. I'll post it on here on the video as
Yeah.
a overlay. My boy got creme all over the city. Yeah, so
Well listen.
definitely got a lot of artistic stuff from him. So I could paint, draw, stuff like that from him. He taught me how
Fire.
to do it.
Fire. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. This has been episode 3. Of course, this is a no pushback show where we keep it real because somebody had to. I'm your host, CJ, Mr. Barberville. Hey, y'all have a good, safe New Year. We might get one more show in before that, so I ain't going to say that quite yet. But look, CJ, Mr. Barberville, Vino, Trends by Trevino, we out.
You.